Now, a lot of guys look at the tag of the Riomax tub and say, hey, there's no protein on here. How can I use this as a protein supplement? It's a great question, and with Riomax, we're getting the same job done. We're getting that cow the protein she needs. We're just doing it in a very different way to the conventional protein tub. When you think about a conventional protein tub, how it works is there's a bit of protein in that tub, say 20% tub, and that cow will eat a pound or a pound and a half a day of that protein tub, and it's a little bit like a granola bar, an addition to her diet of what she's already eating. Nothing wrong with that. I've heard from guys that it can get rather expensive supplementing protein that way, and I can't say I disagree. With Riomax, we're focused on giving that cow a little bit of the tub to go break down all of what she's already eating, that 30 or 35 pounds of feed or grass, to help her get more protein and more energy out of everything she's already getting. Now, how are we getting that done, you might ask? We're not focused on feeding the cow. We're focused on feeding the microbes. If you think about it like a probiotic that humans take for their gut health, we're feeding those microbes so they're more active and there's more of them. When that cow's out there grazing or when she's eating a bale of hay or a TMR ration, those microbes are more stimulated and there's more of them to pull more protein and more energy out of that feed. And with the study at the University of Minnesota, we showed that we were increasing the TDN of the forage that cow's consuming by 3 percentage points, which means she's squeezing more out of every mouthful. Second to that is those microbes only live for somewhere between a couple hours and a couple days, depending on the type. And when they die, they turn into what's called microbial protein for the cow. Microbial protein makes up to 80% of a cow's daily protein requirements, which is a huge piece to the puzzle when we're looking to supplement protein for the cow. What does this look like in your cow? It's a great question. Number one, looking at manure. What you'll notice in the manure after anywhere between 2 to 4 weeks on Riomax is a more pancake batter consistency, especially through the winter. Cow's manure tends to stack up, generally due to lack of protein or lack of energy. On Riomax, we'll start to see that more like a pancake batter consistency. Second to that is when you actually kick open the manure with your boot, you're gonna see a finer strand. There's not so many chunks coming out the back end. There's not so many stems of hay, just because of how much further those cows are actually breaking down that feed. Second thing you'll notice right away is the cattle's contentment. Happy cows is the easiest way I can explain it. As a rancher, I'm sure you know what happy cows look like. And that's something I've heard time and time again here at Rio, is guys call me and they say, this is gonna sound really weird, but my cows are just happy.
They're happy. They're happy cows.
Especially through the winter, the cows aren't meeting you at the gate waiting for feed or to be caked. They're just a lot more content, laying around a lot more. The third thing, and the most important thing, how Riomax pays for itself, is the feed savings. Generally, what that looks like is 15 to 30% less feed or forage. On Riomax, when we're stimulating those cows' microbes so they're breaking down that feed more efficiently, they're gonna be consuming less feed because they're able to meet their daily requirements with less. Here in Hewlett, Wyoming, I was just talking to a rancher here today, and what he was saying is they've cut back to about 26 pounds of hay per head per day. Guys in the area are normally feeding 30 to 35 pounds. So if you take on average, let's just say he's saving 5 pounds a day, and hay, take it at 150 bucks a ton. Some guys will be more, some guys will be less, but that's 7.5 cents a pound. 5 pounds of feed savings at 7.5 cents a pound is 38 cents per head per day we are saving on those cows. With Riomax at an average of 44 cents per head per day, Riomax is essentially costing you 6 cents per head per day for your mineral and your protein supplement. Now, the science of Riomax is consistently delivering results from the north of Alberta to the south of Florida. That's because it's specific to the microbes in the rumen of your cow, not specific to your feedstuffs, your breed of your animal, or even geography. To sum up, Riomax is feeding the good microbes in the cow's gut so they're more active and there's more of them. Those microbes are breaking down that feed more efficiently, number one, and number two, there's more microbes dying and turning into microbial protein for your cow. And that is how Riomax supplements protein, saves feed, and ultimately pays for itself.